Alright, welcome back to the War Archive. I am going to be doing a step-by-step tutorial to install the ACW2 mod, because apparently there are a lot of people that have issues with this mod. So to start off, we are going to download ACW2. For some reason, there are a lot of people that have issues with this mod, so that's why I'm doing this video. So once you have it downloaded, you're going to have the acw.zip, and as you open it, you'll see all of this. Don't worry about dragging this anywhere. You're just going to go back and take this ACW folder and copy that into the data. We're going to skip that. That's from an earlier take of this video because it took a minute to get my wording completely straight. So once you get this all copied over, while that does its thing, the reason you're copying just the ACW folder is because in the scripts for the folder, or the user script, which I'll open up here, it's going to have ACW core graphics models. It's going to take the folders and put that in the game instead of having to have forcing it to click and drop into the data folder itself. So it's a lot easier and minimal. But there are two folders you will, or sorry, not folders, files you will be putting into the data folder. You're going to be taking the ACW local. You're going to click and drop that, copy that over, and then this UI one, the boot.pack, you're going to copy that over. You're going to replace the vanilla one, which is if you ever want to revert back, this is the one you'll be using, the revert folder, or you can just verify game cache, or verify your game files, I should say, as it's now called by Steam. I personally just would rather have the backup, so I do recommend keeping the backup and always going into here and copy pasting. If you don't know how to copy paste, if you're on Windows 11, you can use one of these, this one right here, or sorry, that's the paste. Use this one right here, the copy or the paste, or you could do what I do, which is the very old school way. Do Control C and then go out into the data folder and do Control V, and then you can just hit the delete button if you want to delete it. But yeah, once you got that there, you're now going to go over to your scripts folder, which is app data, roaming, creative assemblies, Napoleon scripts. And you're going to go back out. You're never going to use this launcher. The launcher is completely useless. So you're going to copy the, or in this case, I'm just going to click and drop the user script because I'm using the downloaded folder. So you're going to click and drop the script folder over to here. And once you got that, I'm going to just minimize this, and I'm going to keep these up just in case. You're going to launch the game, and this is the best way to test it, is once you launch it, you should have American Civil War II as the banner here. Now, I do have a modded shader type thing that kind of helps with shading the game. I'm not going to go into that because I haven't done this in a long time, and I've kept the same shaders forever. And that shader preset does not exist anymore. So I'm very lucky to still have this preset and enjoy it. But yes, if you go to single player and go to play battle, land engagement, let's say I want to do Wilderness Tavern. Click continue. If these have names, for example, John R. Jones, Thomas J. Jackson, and you see all of these cores where it has the different names, Ambrose Burnside and stuff like that, then you did it correctly. You did install it correctly. Now, if you are having issues, then it's clearly you did not do one of the steps correctly. So once you exit out, let's say you're done playing ACW and you want to swap back over. Well, this is what you do. You delete the user script. You go into data. You delete the local file. And then you go into ACW here. Go back into the revert folder. Copy that. Copy it over. Replace. Minimize that. And then you're going to launch the game. And voila, you have your vanilla back. And just to make sure if you're having any issues with vanilla and wanting to make sure you did it correctly, then just launch a battle. Let's say I want to do Province or Savoy Hilltop, which is one of my personal favorite maps in vanilla. And if all the names pop up and all the things work, then you did it correctly. And there you go. That is how you install and uninstall the mod for Napoleon to the War, known as the American Civil War 2 mod. There are different variants of this mod. There's one by Slick. There's this one here, which is community made. And then there's a lot of, I think there's at least 2 other versions, which one is an older version of this one. Which I think I might do tutorials for later on down the line, but those are a lot more easier because those actually work with like launchers or whatever, however you work them, or have already tutorials out there. But I wanted to make this one for this right here. So hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all enjoy the American Civil War 2 mod. And I will see y'all next time on the battlefield.